Welcome to Acces Sports Live here on AccessWDUN.com as well as Twitter and YouTube. Bo Wilson, as usual, with you alongside Jeff Hart and our producer, as always, Seth Chapman. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello. Good to be here.
Hello. That's all you got. Good to be here. That's all you got.
That's it.
That's all you can open the show with.
I don't know. Sure. I can sing.
Don't do that.
Okay. I was just offering something different.
Has anything happened since the last time we've been live?
Sure.
A lot's actually happened if I can remember to turn on my microphone.
With some basketball, some baseball, some soccer. Hawks fired a coach.
A little bit of everything.
Hawks fired a coach again.
They did fire a coach again.
Again.
And they fired the coach on not reaching expectations. What were those?
What? Oh. Wow.
Anyway,
Boy, that's a tough gig.
That's a tough gig.
You get fired. There are no expectations, but you didn't reach them.
They are yeah, very tough gig. Wow. Speaking of basketball, we do have high school basketball still continuing. And some major losses last night on Tuesday in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. Class 4A, Jefferson girls falling out in a heartbreaker. A 61-60 loss to Carver Columbus, and then Buford girls. Their 35-game win streak snapped, as well as their quest for the fifth straight state championship to Lovejoy, 49-42.
And we were there. All of us were there. I was impressed with Lovejoy.
Yeah.
I think it's not often you see Buford get beat at their own game because very few people play defense like Buford plays, and they were out defense in that game. And but that was a quality team coming in. Gene DURDEN told us, hey, you guys are maybe putting us a little too far down the road because you already had them penciled in the finals. But.
Oh, I did. I wanted to see the matchup between Buford and Westlake. But
I don't know. I don't know if I want to see that now.
But here's the thing. Lovejoy in the same region as Westlake.
Right. They finished number 2. Yeah, you really want to see that now. Although, look, Buford went 6 for 27 in the at 3-point range. I mean, and it's not like they were heaving up desperation shots. They had a lot of open looks. It was just one of those nights where the shots just did not fall. Although we thought they were on their way.
Folks just saw on the video the second chance shots that Lovejoy had. They had several of those in the game on Tuesday. Buford's rebounding, not all that great when it comes down to giving second chance, especially down the stretch. When Buford cuts it to 4, they have an opportunity.
Right.
They give up another basket. I think it was a second chance basket.
It was, and that pushed it to 6 with like about a minute to go. And I think right there you could almost hear the air come out of the whole place. It was just because it was such a struggle just to get to 4. And then, poof, they give up an easy basket.
And Lovejoy went up, 14, I think,
they were
was
up
the largest
14
lead.
in the third quarter. I think it was 38-24. And the Buford, they hit a three-pointer right there almost at the buzzer, just before the buzzer in the third quarter, and they come out and they hit 5 more quick points. And then, boom, they're right back in this thing. They keep chipping away. And finally we're able to turn over Lovejoy a little bit with the defense that we're used to seeing. I think Lovejoy had 7 turnovers in the first 3 quarters, and I think they had 6 in the fourth quarter, if I remember right. So, Lovejoy was a quality team. I guess they're better than Buford. They beat them. Although I'd like to, if they hit 3 3-pointers, they win the game. So I think Buford was right there with them.
Well, anytime you have that poor shooting performance, 3 of 27 from 3-point land, that's going to be a struggle.
6 of 27.
Yeah.
But 3, 6, not much of a difference at that
Pennies,
stage. Right. Yeah.
Nickels, and die. So Jefferson falling in a close game to Carver Columbus. It was the number 1 Dragons versus the number 4 Tigers. And
now, our own Caleb Hutchins.
Yeah, I think he saw
apparently
it.
He was watching the end of that game, and we'll just go ahead and say it. We'll use his quote. Jefferson got hosed.
Right.
That was his quote.
I think he replayed the game for us that Deshauna Gaither drove down the center of the lane.
Well, I think it was an alley-oop type pass or something out of bounds with about 5 seconds. Goes up, has it, gets hammered, no call. Of course,
Ball goes out of bounds.
It was out Carver Columbus. Gee.
Sent home cooking? Is that what you're saying?
We talk all the time that North Georgia schools go into Atlanta or they go into South Georgia, and they just don't. They get nothing. And I wasn't there. But he saw the replay. I didn't see the replay. He said there should have been a foul call. There were 2 foul shots, down 1 with 5 seconds to go. You make 1, you make 2. They got to go the length of the court in 5 seconds. Kind of like your chances of winning that. So that's a tough way to go out there.
It is a tough way to go out. Of course, the ball went out of bounds. Jefferson had another opportunity with 1 second to go. And you see what the final was.
Yeah, you're going to have to draw up a perfectly executed out-of-bounds pass to get an open, solid look to win the game. That's asking an awful lot in 1 second.
Well, on the other side of the state, Lumpkin County girls traveled down to Pierce County, and their program history-making tour continues to the semifinals as the Lady Indians make their first ever semifinal appearance with a win over Pierce County. Freshman Avery Jones leading the way, 23 points in that game. Isabel Davenport with 17 points. So Lumpkin rolling right now. Jeff, you called it. You called it way before the tournament started that you felt like these Lumpkin County girls would be in the semifinals.
Well, I did, and I not out of the realm of possibility to get to the finals. I felt like this was a team that could win it all. They only play 6. You can't have any injuries. You can't see somebody in serious foul trouble. Can't have a COVID outbreak. So you can't have any of that kind of stuff if you're going to make a run. And right now, they are really clicking on all cylinders. I think we thought that was a game they could win, but it was a long road trip. You never really know. None of them have been here before. But they're playing like they're really comfortable in this format at this stage of the tournament. And we kind of felt this was a program that if they could get that one win that they needed, they could kind of take off, and here they are.
Yes, they are here in the semifinals. Before we get any further, we did get a chance to catch up with Coach Gene Durden, Buford's girls coach, after the game last night. Jeff talked to him, and Coach obviously talking about missed opportunities and what the team had to go through with all the COVID stuff this year. 35 days of not playing. And here's what Coach Gene Durden had to say.
It was a night, one of those things where a lot of things for us that usually go well didn't go well. And I said, I don't let the kids make excuses, and I'm not going to make excuses. But, we got to make a few plays here and there, and we got to make sure that we missed a lot of open shots and some things that we usually don't do. Just came down to tonight, just wasn't our night. And that's tough, but sometimes it happens like that.
But how did you feel about this team and kind of with all the things that went on, the 35 days not playing and all that, and to get this far?
I told them, I said, here's the deal. We got to really focus on the things that we accomplished, not the one thing that we didn't. Because, man, to have a season, and with all these challenges, is really big. And so we're thankful to be able to just play basketball. And, we wish it would have ended up a little bit better, but like I said, we got a lot to be thankful for. We had first undefeated season we've ever had, and we played a great schedule. Like I said, we just didn't finish it out.
As Coach Durden after the game last night, the 49-42 loss to Lovejoy in the quarterfinals of the Class 6A state tournament. And we didn't expect it, but it happened.
Look, their lowest, I went back after the game, even after I wrote the story, there were just all kinds of things that, we found 22 straight playoff games going back to 2016. They hadn't lost a playoff game.
Wow.
That's an impressive run. They had won 4 straight state titles. 35, you mentioned 35, a 35-game win streak going back to last year. Just all kinds of, that was their lowest point output of the season. The next, you probably wouldn't guess, their next lowest output came against Habersham Central in a region game. So, kind of unaccustomed to only, it was not looking good.
No.
They scored, 8 points, 9 points first quarter, second quarter. They had a 3-pointer at the buzzer, or they would only scored 7 points in the third quarter. Lovejoy just kind of, they really scouted well. They kind of knew what Buford was going to do. They kind of do a little bit of the same things with Buford. They're quick, they smother you with defense, and they can hit shots. One of the things that I'm not sure that clip addressed is he did talk about their patented press, which we've seen countless times. They just literally smother people. he said they were a step slow all night. They just weren't making the rotations in that press because, like you were on the radio broadcast, so I couldn't really talk to you. I'm sitting there going, boy, this press just not quite there. And it was just unusual to see because usually that's where they break teams down.
Yeah, Lovejoy did a good job of breaking through the press, and Coach Durden and his staff decided to back out of the press in the first half. So back to Lumpkin County. Lumpkin County still on this tour, beating Westminster to get into the quarterfinals, and then beating Pierce County on the road, a long road trip. It was a 5-hour trip for the Lady Indians to get down to Pierce County, and they get the win there pretty handily. They did have to come back a couple times, though. They did have to fend off 2 big runs from Pierce County, and they held on to win it, I think, by 8 or 9 points. I think it was 65-54 in that final.
I think it was 60. Well,
yeah,
I don't know.
64-55. I got it right here in front of me.
64-55.
Yeah, 64-55. Lumpkin winning that game against Pierce. But we did get a chance to get up with Coach David DOWSE after the Westminster game. Now, Lumpkin, with that win, they will play Cross Creek on Friday at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock in Dahlonega. So they will host the semifinals because this year it's not going to be at neutral sites.
No.
But we did get a chance to get up with Coach David DOWSE after the Westminster win earlier this week.
You know, when at the beginning of the season, we always set 3 goals, and our 3 goals were to win our Christmas tournament, and we won all the games in our Christmas tournament. And number 2 was to win a region championship. We did that. Goal 3 was to make it to the Elite Eight, and we've done that. Now, that's not to say we're done, but what I explained to them is let's enjoy this. This is the gravy now, right? The meat and potatoes is done. This is the gravy. Let's enjoy it. Let's ride this thing out and be as good as we can be, because I honestly believe we're as good as anybody.
Well, Coach said y'all had 3 goals and you all hit them. Is this group satisfied with where you are?
We are very much satisfied, but we are super determined, and we cannot wait to go farther, and we won't stop until we go as far as we can.
That third quarter, can y'all play any better than that?
I think that we can. I've seen us at our best, and I've seen us at our worst, and that was just a little bit under what we can do. And we're just a really great team, and we come together at the important moments, and it's really special to see what we can do.
Avery Jones there for Lumpkin County, as well as David DOWSE. They'll play coming up on Friday. 7 o'clock, I think, is the start time, as they will host Cross Creek in the semifinals for a trip to the championship game. The ironic thing about Lumpkin is they did have to travel down past Macon to get to Pierce County. So the unofficial trip to Macon, kind of like, okay, that's where we could be in a couple of weeks.
I wonder if they pointed that out. There it is, girls. Right
Maybe
there.
they did.
There it is. Right there. And then did he also go, and don't worry about buying any food because there's not going to be anything there.
So,
the hospitality room. Well, it's better. Look, they don't have a hospitality room for football. They don't have one for baseball. They don't have one for soccer. Me and Seth have been down
but
there.
they
several
did
times.
have one. They did have one last year for basketball.
But they always have one for basketball.
Yeah.
It's the only one, but you only get one plate.
Well, last year we
You
got as
piled
much as
that
we
thing
wanted.
high last year,
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah, of course we did. Only get one trip, man. You got
Got to make
the
it
year before, we
worthwhile.
only got one taco. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
One taco.
One taco.
One
That did not
taco.
satisfy you.
Yes, and we pay to get into the games
Yeah, we do.
more than
basically.
any individual does.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
It costs us quite
It
a
does.
quite
It
a
does.
penny to be able to put the broadcast on.
there's no doubt about
But
that.
wouldn't have it any other
No.
way, really.
All right, Jeff. The other team of the area that's really turning heads, Towns County boys, winners again, traveling to Irwin County on Tuesday, picking the win up there, holding on. They led the entire game.
I
And
think
Irwin took a run in the
they
fourth
caught
quarter.
them at 48.
Yeah.
And then I was watching it on NHFS, and it's like the clock got stuck. It just said third quarter 7:14,
Mm-hmm.
and it never moved the rest of the way. You know, and then the points kind of started going weird. I didn't know what was going on. I just know that the last true score I saw, Irwin County caught them at 48.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up winning 61-55.
Yeah.
So they finished strong, which is what you had. Again, I said it last week after I had seen Towns County for the first time over the weekend. I think we mentioned this on our podcast. That is a solid team. That is a team that, you know, Class A public is very tough. I wasn't sure how they were going to match up, but they can play any style, it looks like. They play really good defense. This is a team, I think they can win it all. I do.
So you got up to the Warren County, Towns County game on Saturday, and talking to Coach Rob Benson after the game.
First time since 1974 that Towns County has gotten to the quarterfinals. I don't know what you might have mentioned them in the locker room, but did y'all talk about that? And how big of an accomplishment is that?
Oh, it's an amazing accomplishment. When you like I said, we've had some good basketball teams here. When I first, a lot of history in that 74, 75 team with Eddie Rushton and those guys. And then there's been some great guys here since. And then I had a great team in Zach Davenport, Major Moss, Will DeVries. So for this group to go one step further than that group did, because that's a special group, they were a good set of players. We had some other players, Adam Barrett, some other kids, if I missed somebody. But this is a special group. They've come together. They were able to play a lot in some travel ball this summer, and still able to get up some time, because we couldn't work with them. And so it's a special group, and it feels very special.
Coach Rob Benson there as he's talking after the game. The Warren County wins 77-67 over Warren County. Then Tuesday night, a 61-55 winner over Irwin County. Towns County will have to go on the road, though, in the semifinals. They will take on Chattahoochee County, the Region 5 champion in Region 5 Class A. So that'll be an interesting game for them. But as a lot of folks I have talked to, Coach Chad Pittman, one of the other ones that we talked to, believes that Towns County has a shot at the state championship.
What a guy, that Chad Pittman.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Sorry I took your spot, Coach.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Move on. Moving on.
We love you, Coach. We really do. We do. No, really, we do.
I don't think you're arguing with anybody, Jeff.
No, I'm just in
Is
case
it that
he's watching.
little thing in your head
Yeah,
again?
it could be.
Again, Snickers.
It's on the Blitz.
Snickers
It's on the
works.
Blitz. But
Yeah.
no, a solid team. Hey, look, they hit
I think it's
20.
Fritz.
Fritz.
What?
It's on the Fritz.
On the Fritz?
You kept saying it's on the Blitz.
On the Blitz, Fritz. I don't know. I may have a problem.
Snickers,
I don't know.
please.
Snickers. I could go for a Snickers right now. I really could.
I could too,
I feel
actually.
like I need
Wait,
one.
it's almost lunchtime.
It
All right, go.
is. Go? Oh, he's going. Look, he's going to go get the Snickers. He's gone.
He gone.
See ya. No, they hit 27 straight free throws against Warren County. I've never seen any team at any level in any game I've ever seen in basketball hit 27 straight. So when they had to have them, they had them. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, just like that.
Man,
Seth
I
Emery.
tell you.
Dude.
Yeah. Can I
I'm here.
Can I get some lasagna from Olive Garden? While
Got
we're making
Snickers,
requests.
don't got lasagna.
Nope.
Oh,
I don't
too
have
bad.
the lasagna.
That's all right. But, yeah, look, they play good defense. They can shoot the ball. They can go inside. They can go outside. They have some depth. And they aren't, right now, as far as I understand it, they're not even playing with their typical starting point guard who got injured in the second-round game. Or, no, he got injured in, I think, first-round game or the region championship. I'm not sure. So, get him back. Then their bench gets deeper. This is a team that can win it all. And Seth was watching some of that game with me on the NFHS, and it was a packed. I mean, you couldn't put a piece of paper between people at the Irwin County gym. That was great to see. Well, that was a great atmosphere. That was a tough game for them to be able to win. So I really like their chances going to Chattahoochee.
Okay, so tonight, or Wednesday night, which is tonight, since we're doing the show live.
That might be my fault because I kept getting on to you about dating the show, but we do it live now, so you don't have to worry about it.
No dates on the show now.
Why?
So, Flowery Branch, the Lady Falcons, they have roared into the quarterfinals.
Screech, they're Falcons.
Yeah, screeched.
Yeah, they're on the prowl.
On the prowl.
And
Okay.
they're playing right now the way we felt like they could play all year. I think we've been saying this the last week or two, and hope it wasn't just a one game kind of thing where they finally put it together. But they've won 8 of their last 10. Ashley Lockett starts there. She's playing well, but their guard play has been outstanding, and defensively, they're as locked in as anybody in the state right now.
So Flowery Branch, as we said, into the quarterfinals. They played against Troup County tonight. But, they're stretched. They're 8-2 over the last 10 games. And with that win earlier this week, we went out, or over the weekend, we went out to talk to Coach Courtney Newton-Gonzalez. We also talked to a couple players as our Gaining the Edge feature, of which Seth did a fantastic job putting this together.
Thank you very much. Is that the cue for the clip?
That's the cue.
That's
okay.
cute.
Basketball is a game of mistakes, and there's never a perfect basketball game. We've kind of preached that, like trying not to be perfect and understanding that at the end of the day, mistakes are going to happen, and we're not trying to strive for perfection, and that's kind of been our story as well.
Us, with all we had to go through to get where we are, it just proves to people that you just got to focus on yourselves, worry about yourself, don't worry about what's going on outside, and what you want to accomplish, you'll be able to if you just set your goals and put your work into it.
Coach Newton always has told us this year to believe in our story, and I feel like that is the perfect thing for us.
I know we had lost a tough game the night before and then came back and had to play Jefferson that next day, and that's the day we beat them here at our place. And really that day is the day that it kind of clicked with them, and it clicked with them that when they lock in defensively into game plans and to, executing things that they know they can do and we ask them to do. That day was a big point in our season. I know we had lost a tough game the night before and then came back and had to play Jefferson that next day, and that's the day we beat them here at our place. And really that day is the day that it kind of clicked with them, and it clicked with them that when they lock in defensively into game plans and to, executing things that they know they can do and we ask them to do. That day was a big point in our season, and since then they've really been locked in.
If you guys could pick a moment that you think defined you guys as a team, what would that moment be?
I feel like it was after we won that first state game, just the first round. I feel like seeing all of each other just jumping on each other, loving on each other, just saying good job, even if it was just like in the game after a tough play at half five. That was just that game, after that game, the feeling that went through our bodies, just knowing, okay, we got 4 more left. Like that was the best feeling.
Mine was probably after we won the first round of region, just because like going into that we knew we could do it, but we had a lot of people doubting us, and so just the whole like vibe going into that day, practices before that, like it was completely different than what we had been feeling throughout the past of the regular season.
And of course, our full Gaining the Edge feature is up on accesswdun.com. Go check it out as Flowery Branch heads into the quarterfinals tonight against Troup County in a game that is not going to be an easy one for the Falcons.
No, Troup County definitely experienced. They've been here before. I don't think anybody thought Flowery Branch would be here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're playing as well as anybody in the state in Class 4A right now. You got them, and you got Cedar Shoals that has already advanced.
Yeah.
Out of 8-4A. Jefferson, the heartbreaker that we talked about a few minutes ago, could have had 3 8-4A teams in the Final Four. It's a stout region. They play good basketball. Not surprised that Flowery Branch is here based on the talent and what we thought they could do, but if you watch the entire Gaining the Edge piece, with a great piece put together by Seth.
Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
They a lot like we mentioned with Buford, they had a lot of adversity this year, and a lot of things going on with that. They started 6-12, now they're 14-14. They've gotten hot. They've gotten all their players back. It's going to be a tough game, but it's at home. They're really flying high right now. I like their chances to win this game.
Game 6 p.m. tonight here at Live, AM 550 and FM 102.9 WDUN. Troup County rolling in to Flowery Branch, sitting at 14-5 overall. Of course, we did get a chance to catch up with Coach Courtney Newton-Gonzalez and ask her what she knows about Troup County.
To take the next step, you've got to get through Troup County. What do we know about them?
Very athletic, experienced team. Had a great run last year and has had a very successful year this year. They're going to push the tempo. They want to run up and down the court. They're going to pressure us a lot. And they've got a really good guard and a solid post player who's going to bang. And really, they're a team you've got to respect everyone on the court. And we've got to try to slow it down some and make it a half-court game and be able to run our sets and not necessarily get into the pace that they want to play. And at the end of the day, all the teams that are left are well coached and have really good players. So it's going to come down to just being smart and playing disciplined basketball and taking care of the ball.
And the Falcons again play tonight, 6 p.m. Check it out, AM 515 FM 102.9 WDUN. Some of the other games coming up over this past weekend. Cherokee Bluff boys falling out of the state tournament. They faced a very tough Hart County team, which 27 of their 31 first-half points, this is Hart County, came from behind the three-point line.
I mean, I think they were ranked, 1 or 2 in the state?
Oh, yeah.
I think they were every bit their ranking. We're watching some of the highlights, and, they were swatting away shots.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, 9 three-pointers to open the game just about. I mean, that's unheard of. When you got an inside guy like that and you can hit from the outside, of course, I believe the scouting on this was that they weren't a great three-point shooting team.
Right.
So you can't really fault Flowery Branch because I believe they kind of sat back in their zone a little bit. They made them shoot. What did I say? Flowery Branch? Meant to say Cherokee Bluff. Sorry about that. We did a whole segment on Flowery Branch, so sorry about that. But no, can't fault Cherokee Bluff for sitting back and saying, okay, beat us from the outside. And unfortunately, they did.
I think that's kind of what Coach BENJIE Wood had to say after the game.
Halfway down the season, what are your thoughts on the way the guys played and whether or not?
Well, we came out saying, we're going to play a tight zone and make them shoot it. And they're averaging 4 threes a game, and they made 9 threes in the first half. So, sometimes you got to shake a man's hand. But our biggest problem was scoring the basketball. So we had to come out once they got the lead and try to press and open the floor, and they're just so athletic that they took advantage of that. So.
We were talking about just sadly a way to end the season, but talk to me about the journey with these guys.
Well, I'm proud of the guys. We've come a long way, overcome, a lot of things. So, it's sad to end this way, but we'll go in there and talk to them, and tomorrow's a new day, and, we'll step up and try to continue to get better and build from this.
Every team is unique, every year is unique. What do you think this team's going to remember most by for you when you're looking back on the season?
I don't know if there's one thing. I'll have to take some time and reflect on that after the season.
What's your biggest takeaway from a game like this? What's the biggest thing you learned?
Well, I don't know if it's one thing. Like I said, I thought we had a good game plan. They shot the ball exceptionally well, and then we kind of fell into that. And then once they got running, they're just so athletic. So sometimes even when the other team's not doing what they normally do, you still have to stick to the game plan. So, but I'm proud of our guys. I love them, and we're going here and hug their neck right now.
Coach BENJIE Wood after the game in that loss to Hart County in Hartwell on Saturday night. So tonight, Jeff, there are more games other than just Flowery Branch. Raby County boys are traveling down to Thomasville. That's a 7 p.m. toss-in time, and the Turner County girls will travel over to Commerce as that game will be tossed in at 6 p.m.
Tossed in. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever
toss in.
Yep. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that.
Yeah.
But Raven County boys, kind of like Lumpkin County girls. Every time they move on, they're making history. They've never been here. We talked about it on the podcast. They were 9 or 6
and 20.
Well, they're 9 and 20 now. They were 6 and 20 coming into the third place game or into the state tournament. They won 2 straight. Both on the road. They had 2 road wins all year. But, the coach, he felt like it's a winnable game. I mean, he really, Thomasville, that's a I'm not going to say storied program, but a lot of good history. That's a tough place to play. But he felt like they had a team that can match up. So we'll see if they can continue. If there's a Cinderella team in the entire state, this is it.
Well, we'll see what happens. This is the best time to start playing well.
Right. And the Commerce girls.
Obviously.
Oh, absolutely. The Commerce girls, they were in a tough region, and here they are. They haven't been here in a while. I think 1989 was the last time they got, either here or to the semifinals without looking up the story real fast. But it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. They've had some really good teams over the years, just never been able to get quite over the hump. But this is a winnable game at home. It really is a very winnable game. I mean, we could have 2 more teams join the Final Four quest. It's going to be hard to pick against them.
We'll know tonight, after those games are over, who is in and who is out. All right, so how about it's time for us to get to, as we have not discussed it, discussed the
Will Hart Team of the Week.
So you
A little better.
you had two hands on the microphone that time.
Saw that.
Did that help?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, Brooke will tell us.
Yeah, we'll find out.
She'll let us know.
She'll let us
Okay, who's your vote? Who's your vote? I'm not voting first today.
Jeff.
Jeff, who's your vote?
What?
We both immediately went.
I have to
Jeff.
go first.
It's upside down, by the way.
Man, I don't know. There's so many. I mean, there's so many different ways that we could go with this.
Snickers satisfied.
Lumpkin County girls, Raven County boys, Towns County boys. I mean, there's a.
Pick it, Jeff. Pick it.
Phew.
Who you got? Who you got?
I tell you, I'm going to go with the Towns County boys because I think they had a extremely difficult quarterfinal showdown with Irwin County. The boys won the state football title. Obviously, they can play a little ball too, and that place was packed. It was loud coming over my computer. You know, and I'm deaf, so if I can hear it, it must be loud. So for them to win that game on the road, I'm going to go with the Towns County boys.
Seth, what say you?
That one's a hard one for me. I'm torn. Visiting and talking to that Flowery Branch team leans me that way pretty heavily because just sitting there and talking with them, it's always a great experience to go talk with Coach and her kids, and I'm going to lean that way. I'm going with Flowery Branch Girls.
All right.
And you went with Towns County boys. I'm going with the Raven County boys.
We come on, three-way tie?
Oh, wow.
Does that mean we have three?
I don't know. Well, what do you say, Mr. Director?
We have a three-way tie.
Oh, wow. Well, we used to do...
Sounded like he didn't exactly know what to do with
on
you
the
throwing
webcast,
him,
we used
throwing
to
that to
do
him.
the paper, scissors,
We did
rock.
used to do the rock, paper, scissors.
The paper, scissors, rock.
Paper,
yeah,
scissors, rock.
and it annoys me that you say it that way.
Paper, scissors, rock.
Rock, paper, scissors.
There you
Scissors,
go.
rock,
That's
paper.
right.
Scissors,
Do we
rock,
want to
paper.
try this again?
Scissors, rock, paper.
No, not really.
No.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Oh, okay.
Jeff, you picked first, so go.
Hold on, well, let me write it down.
Oh, Lord.
Give me a piece of paper.
We have
we have no paper.
Throw
we have no
me a
props.
tissue.
There's no props.
Throw me a tissue.
Okay, I got you here.
Okay,
There
here we
you
go.
go.
Here we
It's
go.
a napkin.
Okay. And so what are we picking for?
Bo's doing like the number behind his head thing. We gotta
Yeah, but
he's
he's
pick
part
a
of
number.
this.
We're going to eliminate one.
Oh, wow.
How?
I don't know. Raven County's in no matter what.
Oh.
What? That doesn't seem fair.
Okay. Wow. Okay,
This doesn't
I'm good.
seem fair.
All right, I'm ready. All right. So who? 7.
3.
Ooh, number is 5.
It's right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Now we're going to
So
do
what does that mean?
Now we're going to have to do paper, rock, scissors.
Oh my.
What? Okay,
God.
goodness. Wait, between who?
All three of us.
All three of us.
Somebody could get-
Whoever wins is the team of the week.
Oh,
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Is it Raper?
And we've just lost all of our
Yeah,
viewers.
here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
And oh, is it on 3?
It's on 3.
I just
Okay.
always see it. Okay.
No.
Redo.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Jeff wins.
Okay.
How do I win?
Yeah, how does Jeff win?
Actually, that's a 3-way tie because you had
I
scissors.
know,
you had
yeah.
paper. I had rock. So
We all
rock killed scissors.
We killed each other with
So
a
I
mass.
killed you, and then
Somebody
anyway.
needs to go call the newsroom. It's a
It's a
three-way
three-way
homicide.
tie.
A 3-way homicide.
It's
We're
a
all dead.
three-way tie. So Raven, Flowery
Town-
Branch, and Towns County.
There you go.
Congratulations. You
Couldn't
are
we have
this
just
week's
done that from the
Will
beginning?
Hart Teams of the Week.
of the week. All right, that's a wrap for the show.
Couldn't we have
I'm
just
sure
done that at the beginning?
everybody's happy that that's a wrap of the
Sure.
show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I know I am.
check us out on Twitter as you are right now. Make sure you follow us. Click the follow button. Also on Facebook and Instagram as that's keyword search Acces WDU and Sports. Jeff's on Twitter. HartJJ22. I'm at the Bo Wilson. Also, stay tuned to the website for updates, stories, highlights, and more of tonight's action. It's high school basketball quarterfinals continue. AccessWDUN.com is the place to go. For our producer, Seth Chabin, Jeff Hart, I'm Bo. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone.